Welcome in to all the Aquarius rising signs of the zodiac to your horoscope for the month of September. We have two eclipses, the equinox season begins, your chart ruler, Saturn is on the move. Lots of astrological excitement in the month of September. Glad you're here. Trust you're doing well. I'm Cosmic Girl. Come on, let's explore the stars and transits together in this video. From the 1st of September, for 5 and a bit months, we have your chart ruler Saturn going back into the zodiac sign of Pisces. This is your focus for the next 5.5 months as an Aquarius rising sign. You are the detective. You are going deep into your natal second house of Pisces. So you are focusing in on your skills that you can bank on that bring you solid resources, developing skills. You can also be focusing in on your tangibles, your 5D assets and possessions, your actual money, what's coming in and out of your daily checking account. You're the absolute detective, expert researcher in getting down to the finite details on what's hemorrhaging your money and where you can expand on wealth and valuables with this transit. It's nothing to sneeze at when your chart ruler goes back to tidy up house for one last round for 5 and a bit months. So this is the transit to get down to it, extend on your skills, learn what you need to do, put that academic feather in your cap to extend your reach and bring in the financial security that you value oh so dearly to help you propel forward in actuating your plans and executing them with absolute precision. Wonderful transit with Saturn now in the natal second house for 5 and a bit months. We also have Saturn, your chart ruler, going direct on November 22nd at 25 degrees. So November 27 will be a pretty standout date, whether you're in or out regarding what you value, what you love, what serves you, and possibly eliminating dead wood on this date. Watch for that. And then your chart ruler Saturn will continue its journey in your natal second house, helping you build up resources that you value oh so much, and will ingress back into Aries, your natal third house, on February 14 next year for a 2 year stay till April 12, 2028. Time to get down to it. What do you love and value? What skills can you bank on? What assets and possessions can you accumulate to buoyant you with your well laid plans and your next moves in this journey we called life? An empowering moment for the Aquarius rising signs to get things just right. For the whole month, we have the outer modern planets Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus all retrograde, moving forward into the month of October and November. Uranus officially goes into a retrograde on the 6th of September. So these are the outer generational planets, all in trines and sextiles, and you're getting hints on what is coming towards you in the future. It's like a preview, like a movie trailer of where you're heading and where you can get information to help you with your well laid plans for the future. So, where are you getting hints from? Where are you getting peeks behind the veil about where your future self is about to inject a lot of life force and energy as an Aquarius rising sign? Well, you're getting hints coming from the fifth house. This is the house of children, if they're applicable to you, creativity, things that you create of your own free will that give you lots of joy and pleasure. It's the house of sex, fertility, pregnancy, intimate relationships. So you're getting hints from the natal fifth house, things that light you up. There should be some experiences going on here for the next few months for you to engage with and see and feel out if you are on the right track. And we also have Pluto in Aquarius in your natal first house. So it's the self that has agency here over your plans and your future. So this is great for tuning into the body. How's your body responding in kind to all this newness that is opening up and expanding you into the world and the future with it? How are you gauging? How do you feel about all these new starts and changes coming on? You'll be able to gauge quite well with Pluto here in bringing in intel coming from deep within your subconscious. Really nice. And you're also getting hints from the third house. This is siblings, extended family members, your community, travel plans, educational journeys, your local backyard, things that go on around you on the daily. You're getting hints here as well on where you're going to be planting seeds long term and how you are feeling about these topics and subjects and how they're going to propel you into your new future. So I like that the modern planets are sort of steering us into a direction very slowly so we're not thrown completely off guard because the planets take so long to transit through zodiac signs. So we get time to adjust, flex, and adapt and move into new futures very, very slowly so we can gauge if we're on the right track or not. And we can change our plans and our direction at our own free will at any given time. So, quite nice with Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune retrograding all month of September, moving forward and helping us out, coming to terms with, yeah, there's a new future coming. And how are we as an Aquarius rising sign feeling about all of this? And where can we get little nuggets of intel coming from ourselves, the fifth house, and the third house? Really quite nice. From the 2nd to the 18th of September, we have Mercury transiting through Virgo, your natal eighth house with the sun. And Mercury is focusing in now on your finances, shared resources, finances and resources that support you and impact you. That's the natal eighth house. It's a house of death and inheritance. So this is a great transit with Mercury in domicile and exaltation in Virgo, giving you the tools and the intellectual know-how on who, what, where has the financial goods that you can bank on and support you moving forward in the long term regarding anything that is of a tangible asset or financial component. Really nice transit to get down to it. Research, be a detective. What resources are around you that support you? How do they serve you? How can you improve your connections by networking, talking with people that have the know how to help you build your wealth? Really nice transit for that. And in that natal eighth house of inheritance, this might be a focus where you're getting into the logistics, the data regarding wills and life insurance policies. This might be a focus as well from the 2nd to the 18th with Mercury so strongly positioned in fastidious, let's get down to it, Virgo. And in the natal eighth house of death, this is a great transit to put things to death, like money that's being siphoned, travel that's just breaking your back, movement that just is all too much. Really great transit with Mercury in the eighth to streamline things, to settle things down that you know need to be shown the door. Really good transit with Mercury in your natal eighth house. We have Mars continuing its transit in Libra, your natal ninth house, until the 22nd of September. So, Mars is really asking you to stick to your convictions, what you believe, and have faith in. Mars is really putting you through it. So, you might find it difficult to be in flow, be in harmony in regards to your lofty dreams and goals regarding travel, education, what you actually believe in. Foreigners and foreign places is all up in the air with Mars in Libra. So it can be quite difficult to just keep on keeping on in believing that this life is to be enjoyed kind of transit, because Mars can be a bit of a Debbie Downer in Libra when it all comes down to what's fair, just, and right. And you might be feeling there's relationships, collabs, contracts, and agreements around you that could be dragging the chain, or you might be reviewing the validity of these connections and how they can move forward with you in a proactive way when it comes to opening up your mind, body, spirit, and soul and the world at large. Interesting with Mars in the ninth until the 22nd of September. On the 7th, we have our first eclipse of September, and it is a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces in your natal second house. What a moment! A full moon is always a great time of the month where we get to see things for what they are that have otherwise been obscured. We get to enjoy a moment of release and achievement. This is what a full moon is. And this one is an eclipse. So this is a potent, powerful reveal coming from your natal second house being Pisces. This is the moment of, I have achieved what I've needed to achieve, and now I am ready to close down that chapter because I have successfully spent a lot of emotional time and effort in building something of value that I love. And now I'm going to be okay with moving in a new direction, but not without celebrating first on the 7th of September. So, what are you celebrating as a Aquarius rising on this date? Well, there's nothing wrong with whatever you love and value having its moment of dawning very strongly. So, this is all about, I'm saying it with the chest. This is what I love. This is what emotionally fulfills me. This is what supports me. And I am ready to be okay with expressing it with my heart and soul. So, this can be fantastic for achieving a financial goal, ending a course, banking on a skill that you now know is going to propel you into your next financial plans moving forward. You may also be extremely happy about a asset or possession that finally supports you in a tangible way on the 7th of September. Beautiful full moon lunar eclipse. But boy, oh boy, you're going to be happy when you finally get to let go and release of something of value that you have been closely connected to. And now you get to exhale and emotionally close one chapter to bring in something new of value for yourself. Beautiful, beautiful full moon lunar eclipse in emotional, sensitive, compassionate Pisces. On the 12th, we have Jupiter bringing the Sun and Mercury optimism, excitement, and this is all about your natal eighth house of finance, possessions, inheritance, and death. Get excited because on the 12th, there's something in your daily life that really gets you very fired up. This could be a new work opportunity, a new service. Something's coming in from Jupiter. Jupiter is bestowing blessings from your house of work and your daily grind, boosting up your house of finance, shared finances, assets, death, and inheritance. Big day on the 13th. On the 12th, excuse me. On the 13th, we now have Mercury conjunct the Sun. This is what we call a Cassini. So Mercury is being granted blessings from the Sun. The Sun is the ruler of Leo. Leo is your natal seventh house of relationships, other people in your life, your one on one significant connections. This is something very auspicious landing on the 13th. So you might be the receiver of extremely positive news that really is quite inspiring, future oriented, and really does have a lot of heart and soul on the 13th. Expect really good news coming your way. Lovely moment on the 13th when the sun bestows Mercury a yes. And we love it because Mercury's in your eighth house of shared finances, assets, possessions, death, and inheritance. Big news coming your way. The next day on the 14th, we have Venus now bringing love to Mars. We like that when the cosmic lovers are playing nice. On the 14th, we see Venus in your house of relationships and significant one on ones, bringing Mars in Libra in your natal ninth house. Good news. This is great for shaking hands, signing on the dotted line, putting a ring on it, regarding your ninth house of expansion, whether that's a travel opportunity, going back to school, getting into something new with a different culture, learning something from different people, places, and faces. What a moment on the 14th when it's all systems go and someone's there helping you out, saying, yes, we are going forward together. Beautiful on the 14th when Venus sextiles Mars. On the 17th, we have Mercury opposing Saturn. Well, this is quite interesting because it's not as if you're afraid of putting in the hard yards, but on the 17th, it might start really coming down to reality here on the 17th of just how much effort it's going to take to get to your financial goals. Interesting day on the 17th. So it might be a little bit dense to process the realities of your tangibles, assets, and possessions on the 17th. Nothing you can't handle. The next day on the 18th, we have Mercury again, now opposing Neptune retrograde. This doubles down from the 17th. Whoa, this is what I really want. This is financially going to be the right move forward for me with my assets, possession, things I know I need to let go of. But boy, oh boy, it's going to be hard yards. And it really is going to hammer home again on the 18th. We also have on the 18th Mercury now in Libra, transiting in your natal ninth house until October 6th. Active transit with Mercury in the ninth. Mercury loves to bring the questions to us. What's the logistics of travel, education, what you believe in, foreigners and foreign places that you want to connect with? What's it going to take? What's the money? What's the info we need? And this is all up for debate with Mercury now in the ninth house of Libra from the 18th to October 6th. So this is a lot of back and forth travel, finance, communication, paperwork, all connected to the natal ninth house of growing through mind, body, spirit, and soul experiences. Big transit with Mercury in the ninth. On the 19th, we now have Venus ingress into your natal eighth house of Virgo till October 13. And we also have Mercury trining Uranus and Pluto retrograde on the 19th. This looks like a green light kind of day. Time to go forward with faith and belief that you can expand, even though we know it's going to take hard work to do what we love and what we want. So the 19th is a yes day, time to take action and move forward with regards to opening up your world that you know you're ready for. So this is all about get rid of the nerves, overthinking, mental imposter syndrome. It's time to start something fresh and new, and you're all up for it on the 19th. It just may feel a little nerve wracking to take that first step, but you've got it. Aquarius rising sign on the 19th. So let's talk about Venus transiting in Virgo, your natal eighth house, from the 19th till October 13th. So we know Virgo is the house for you, that natal house is focusing in on shared resources, assets, possessions, death and inheritance, finances and resources that support you. So Venus wants to bring cohesion, relationship, value to the natal eighth house. But it's going to take some rolling up of the sleeves to get what we want. Again, the astrology for you as Aquarius rising sign is saying with the planets in transits and the aspects, there's nothing stopping you from getting what you want, filling your own cup up, making your dreams a reality. But boy, oh boy, the visions that you have for the long term future are big, and it's going to take a lot of gumption, grit, and determination to get to your destination. Nothing you can't handle. But with Venus transiting in the eighth house, resources around you are more available than you may anticipate. So it won't be so much pushing shit uphill kind of transit. It'll be fine. We've got Venus in Mercury's sign of rulership. We've got Mercury in Libra in Venus's sign of rulership. We've got mutual reception going on here. So there's a helping hand to keep the faith train going in regarding opening up your mind, body, spirit, and soul to the bigger world at large. And it all comes down to finances and resources that are around you to bank on to get you over a line. Nice astrology. On the 20th, we have Venus and Uranus in a square, and we've got the Sun opposing your chart ruler, Saturn. Again, this is all about what it's going to take to get what we want kind of day. And we're all just a little bit frazzled. Again, watch for over analysis paralysis. You know your line of sight. So, this is all about nerves, maybe overthinking your plans. Easy does it on the 20th with Uranus squaring Venus and the Sun opposing your chart ruler, Saturn. This is all about knowing the realities of what it's going to take to get over that hill. Something that you love and value is getting challenged and you're up for it. But boy, oh boy, you can feel a stretch. It's that kind of day on the 20th. On the 21st, we're having our second eclipse of the month. Oh, apologies in advance if I didn't mention it. The first full moon lunar eclipse that's happening on the 7th of September is happening at 15 degrees. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that. So, yes, 15 degrees in your natal second house of Pisces, where your chart ruler Saturn has just retrograded back into on the 7th of September. So, on the 21st, we're having a new moon, a new beginning. On the 21st, a new moon, partial solar eclipse in Virgo in your natal eighth house at 29 degrees. Wow, brand new beginning here in your house of shared resources, finances, assets, possessions, inheritance, and death. Wow, big new moon. Something's brewing that's going to be playing out over the next 6 months. And this is good because it's a solar eclipse, and this is all about agency, control, leadership, being authentic and autonomous. So, this is Aquarius Rising's moment to step into a new financial reality that's going to take some time and work, but it is a beneficial moment to inject energy and life force into extending your financial portfolio for the future. Fantastic on the 21st with a new moon partial solar eclipse in the natal eighth house. You may also be the benefactor of an inheritance. This can be a car, this can be a job, a financial investment. Big day on the 21st. Enjoy. Your wealth house, shared resources and finance house, death and inheritance is all coming into focus for the next 6 months. But we have a powerful new beginning here that can really set the stage for a big harvest in the future. Nice one. On the 22nd, we are now officially in Equinox season. The sun is halfway through its journey of the zodiac signs. It began in Aries and it is now landing in Libra. So, for the next 3 months, we are in a changeable season. We're pivoting, we're adjusting, we're flexing, we're adapting, we're feeling things out. We're trying to get some sort of balance to set us up in good, sure foot steady paces moving forward. I like equinox season. So on the 22nd, we have the sun ingress into Libra, your natal ninth house, for 4 weeks. So the sun brings lots of energy and ideal images about travel, education, your beliefs, foreigners, foreign places, and philosophy. So, this can be a lot of ruminating, a lot of communication, weighing up the pros and cons of the world at large kind of transit. Jesus is the world. What do I believe in? What do I have faith in? Maybe I need to go back to school. Maybe I do need to travel to Mozambique just to get some culture. It's that kind of transit with the sun in the ninth for 4 weeks. So we're going to get a moment to check in with our faith systems. What do we believe in? What do we value? What's our moral and ethical compass? The sun is really helping us have a easy relationship and be objective about the world at large and our part in it. Not too bad with the sun for 4 weeks in the ninth house where Mercury is currently transiting. On the 22nd, we also have Mars now leave Libra, your natal ninth house, and is moving into the 10th in Scorpio, when Mars is in domicile in a very strong position in its sign of rulership, your 10th house, until November 3rd. Woo wee! Big transit with Mars muscling up that natal 10th house. Here we go. Aquarius rising sign. Mars brings action, passion, aggression, and strategy to your 10th house of ambition, your worldly achievements, your career, your professional industry, authority. Mars in Scorpio. This is intense. And I don't say that word very often, but it is. Mars is in it for the long term in Scorpio. Mars holds no prisoners in Scorpio. We either go there, we anchor and lock in, or we don't. It's that kind of transit with Mars in the 10th house. So you are focused in, laser sharp, if you will, instinctually feeling out if the career that you are in is yours, where you can depend on growth. Mars will give you the energy to keep on injecting life force and focus on your career. Your professional industry might be in the spotlight as well, with Mars in the 10th. And anything to do with your public name or identity is going to get a leg up with Mars in the 10th. So, this is great for putting out new business cards, marketing and promoting yourself kind of transit. Also, really good for knocking shoulders with people in your industry and seeking out connections or little hints on how you can improve your lofty dreams and goals and ambitions for your future. Great for photo shoots, updating your website. Mars and the 10th really gets you cracking and you're committed, you're locked drawing in, for better words, on making your dreams regarding your career and ambition an absolute reality with Mars in the 10th house. You may also experience a lot of competition in your workplace with Mars in the 10th. This is like vying for that promotion kind of transit. So put your best foot forward, muscle up. Mars in the 10th is a stellar transit for the Aquarius rising signs. Enjoy. That's your horoscope for the month of September. It's a big one. Eclipses, equinox, chart, ruler Saturn back in the second house, trining the natal 10th house from the 22nd moving forward, where Mars is until November 3rd. This is really good for setting your financial plans in motion. That's going to help you build on your ideal professional trajectory. I love it. You've got a potential here with Saturn, your chart ruler, now in the second house to get your finances tangible, skills, resources just right that make you feel supported, safe, and secure. Love it for you, Aquarius rising signs. Have a stellar September. And until next time, stay cosmic.